What's up, guys? This is your boy James, aka 68J, coming to you on this Thursday. And we got one hell of a show for you guys today. I look up and who do I see? Only the most amazing family on planet Earth, EARF. Hanging out with me, you damn straight. DCA Crypto Dave is in the house. Made me a CNB account last week. That's my dog. Appreciate you in a major way. Thank you for the support of the channel. We got DCA Crypto Dave, greatest family on planet Earth. Huh? He knows. Who else we got up in here? XRP Hustle Hard. You know he's out there hustling hard. Appreciate you in a major way, my brother. We got Anthony, the man, the myth, the Wanner is in the house. Shouts out to Anthony Wanner. Who else we got up in? Erica Garcia, that's my sister-in-law. Hi, Crypto for Life fam. Wishing everyone so much love and blessings and success. Much love to you too, sis. Much love to you, Laz, and my brother-in-law. Appreciate you guys in a major way. That's me, Familia. We got Tiffany Serranos in the house. Shouts out to Tiff and Gabe up in here. All right, let's get right into it, guys. We got a lot to discuss, and this show is going to be basically what you can see up here in the titles, markets, crypto news, and Caleb and Brown pre-show. So what I want to do, guys, is take the time to get you guys to know a little bit more about Caleb and Brown, share a few video clips with you guys so that you guys can kind of appreciate the meeting is going to be happening in about 2 hours, which is at 2 o'clock. I'll have Jim Bazzani and Andrew Garside on from Caleb and Brown. So really looking forward to that and discussing all the amazing benefits for what they're offering. Okay, so with that being said, let's check it out. Market cap down quite a bit. 3.61 trillion, guys. Look, we were just over $4 trillion. Now we're at 3.61, which is kind of shocking when you look at all of the different things that are in place, right? We understand government shutdown. We understand that that's really stressing a lot of people out, especially right now with the fact that they're going to be cutting off assistance to those that are in need, right? The less fortunate when it comes to financially. So I think that's there's been a lot of stuff. I woke up this morning, one of my good friends for like 40 years. He's like, Jay, you need to call me. And I was like, what's going on? So he was sharing all these articles and all these videos and all this, stuff that's going on out there where people are really like, hey, this needs to end or things are going to get bad. So it's very unfortunate. But as a lot of those things play out in our economy, obviously, we a lot of people were bullish with Jerome Powell, but, a lot of people thought that was also possibly priced in because we saw XRP get up to like, 260 something. Bitcoin was like 113, and then as soon as the news came out, we went the opposite, which a lot of people got liquidated. A lot of longs got destroyed. And so that's kind of where we're at right now. The market's in panic, and we'll talk about that and much more. Bitcoin right now, 106,971. Now, when I look at this, guys, again, you have to remember where we've been. However, you also have to pay attention to the fact, and I was discussing this earlier, sometimes, again, do I think we're in a bear market? No, but typically bear markets come they can either come all at once or they can come in a very sneaky way, right? Like, because you got to look at when you look at this in this entirety, right? Bitcoin was $20,000 more just, some weeks ago, right? Was like almost not quite, was a few weeks ago, almost 30 days ago. We got all-time highs. What exact day was that? So I'm not babbling on. We hit all-time highs on October 6th. So actually this month, right? So this month we hit all-time highs. You have to think about that. So we're almost $20,000 down from just 24 days ago. So does that mean we're in a bear market? No, I do not believe we're in a bear market. I do believe we're in a bull market. I do believe there's a certain level of confusion, a certain level of manipulation. But I do believe when you look at this in its totality, with all the different catalysts and all the different things that are in place, not only for XRP, but for a lot of different assets. You've seen Solana, you've seen, there's a few ETFs that were launched. Obviously government shutdown ending could be a big deal. We've got ISO 20022 in November. So a lot of people feeling like November is the month. Now, a lot of people went into October feeling like October was going to be the month. And then what did they do? In my opinion, strategically, I mean, it could be, it just so happened to happen during that time. But right when we were supposed to have a massively bullish month, but we've seen people come in and short the market and make 300 million and long the market and make, 200 something million. People are just taking advantage of whatever information they were privy to. But at the end of the day, you couldn't to me, if I was in a position or if I understood those who are in position, I guess I wouldn't say I would do this, but look, it was a perfect time to manipulate because the sentiment going into October was super, super, super bullish. And then it took a government shutdown. It took, we're going to $100 and something percent tariff. And all of a sudden the markets crashed like crazy. Remember, guys, when that happens, a lot of people making a ridiculous, life-changing, life-altering money. Trust me when I tell you, they're making crazy money. And those who, like you and I, who are clueless to the inside scoop, we're the ones that are affected. Now, if you have a plan, obviously you're not that affected. For me, I have a plan. I'm not that affected. But in the short term, it can be kind of chaotic because what you're perceiving to be the case versus what the actual reality is. So, when you look at the fact that they did the government shutdown and then all of a sudden these tariffs came in and now they're all shaking hands and everything's cool. Look, I do believe there's a certain amount of, manipulation at play. But anyway, so when you look at, again, 24 days ago, we had an all-time high of Bitcoin and now it's down $20,000. That's absolutely crazy. Okay, here we go. Ethereum right now at 3,700. Again, you got to look at the numbers, guys. We're above, 42 or something like that, 43 strong. BNB still holding on to that 1,000. That's super bullish. XRP trying to hold on to 240, but looks like we might break that. Solana right now at 181 and some change. We got TRX right now at 29 cents. Dogecoin coming in at 17 cents. Let me see what else is up in here. Carmichael's in the house. What's up, bro? Good to see you. Charts can't lie. What it do, Blue Crew? X Lloyd, excited for this show. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna get right into it because I don't want this to drag on too much. We got. I want to keep the main thing. H-bar right now 19 cents. Sui right now coming in at 225. We got Litecoin at number 20, and this is another one that should have had some bullish sentiment around it with the ETFs and stuff like that. But again, nothing. Solana, nothing. And so a lot of people are like, what's going on? Shiba right now, 5 zeros and a 9, not 4 zeros. It's 5 zeros and the web. Good Lord, huh? Just saying, if you don't know Spanish, I do personal Espanol classes on the weekends from, let me stop, good Lord, huh? It's the coffee. Y'all pray for me. Let's move on. Ton right now, 209. Crow, if you didn't know, at 14 cents. That's holding. Dot, oh my God. Dot at 280. Guys, this is crazy. You know the last time I seen Polkadot at $3 was 2020? Whatever it was before the bull run? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like 5 years ago. Unbelievable to see that. That's how I know when you say bull market, bull run, or as a dual citizen who gave us a virtual hug yesterday. Are we there yet? Hell no. 281? I don't know. I mean, I know it's probably gotten there before, but I don't know the last time I seen. It says, yeah. Okay, so what's the all-time low? 141. October 21st. So it actually dipped. Okay, so when that whole little thing happened and everything crashed, it went to, good God, I can't believe I didn't see this. 141? 20 days ago? Damn. I don't even know what was I paying attention to? Oh my God. I mean, that's crazy. $1.41 for Polkadot? That's nuts. That's less than half of what I got it for when I put like 80 grand in that damn thing. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. If I'd have paid attention to that, guys, trust me, I probably would have do 100 racks on that for real. That's crazy because I understand the value of what it's doing and what it will do. Unless something has happened that I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to everything going with Polkadot and Dr. Gavin Wood, but damn. Okay, Uniswap right now, 573. Let's see what else we got up in here. We've got Pepe right now at 5 zeros and a 6. Near, let's make clear, 206. Market is kind of stale, guys. Matic right now at 18 cents. Also, remember, guys, nothing we talk about in the show should ever be considered or deemed financial advice. Yeah, it happened fast, didn't it? DCA. But I'm saying, like, even if I would have been paying it, it's one of those assets I'm just not paying attention to no more. But it was a pivotal investment in my life during that time. Anyways, guys, always remember nothing we talk about in the show should ever be considered or deemed financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. My name is James, a.k.a. 68J. Been in crypto since 2017. Still can't believe it when I say it. Documented my journey, the evolution of money. Been absolutely phenomenal. Been having a crazy amount of fun. It's been a huge blessing to be on this ride for 8 years. That's crazy. It's been a lot of peaks and valleys. It's been bull runs and bear runs. But I couldn't ask for a better opportunity, better blessing for what it's done for me and my family. But yeah, it's been incredible. So shouts out to all those who have been around, whether you've been around for 6 months, a year, doesn't matter. If you've been around for a year, that means you've seen some things. You've seen some things in a year. Would you be called an OG? No, I don't think you're an OG in a year. But damn it, you've seen some things. So that's when you seen XRP at 50 cents or something like that. So yeah, you've been around. But Let's move on. We got a hell of a show, guys. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. Also, remember that when we go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're typically live on X, and we're live on live on X and live. Why does it seem like it is? It is kind of messed up. I did have this backwards. But we're live on X, as you guys can see right here. We're also live on, did I see it? Maybe I need to refresh it. Let's see. Yeah, so we're live on X. We're live on YouTube. Yes, I do see that. And we're also live on Roku TV. So if you guys have a Roku TV, you guys can download IMU TV. Shouts out to Niall. Shouts out to Rob. We're live on IMU TV, which puts it live on Roku and live on Fire Stick TV as well. I know they got a couple other things they're going to be working on, but shouts out to the fellas. All right, let's get right into it, guys. All right, let's do this. Who else we got up in here? Lloyd, good to see you. Ivan Hernandez in the house. Big Bro 10, that's my sister. Chicken 415, making me hungry, brother. Just saying. Huh? Uh-oh, Big Bro 10 for 31-month member. Big Bro 10 been around from day one. So that's probably just the fact that when we were able to have people. See, you got to remember, when you see some people on here for 31 months, it's probably when we were able to be maybe monetized. I don't know if that's even have anything to do with monetized, but when certain people, we weren't even offering like stars, whatever, but but a lot of these people, I know we've been around for 2 years, 11 months, and I've never not known Big Bro 10. So shouts out to Big Bro 10 for being one of our day ones. That's what I'm gonna call her, one of our day ones. Appreciate you, sis, in a major way. Thank you for all your support. All right, let's do this. All right, guys, a focused mind has no time for drama. That's a fact. Fear and greed index currently in the blood zone. It ain't scared. It ain't extreme fear. It's dead. Dead in the red. That's where everybody's at right now. I don't mean to laugh, but it's just kind of funny. You know how people freak out. But if you got a plan, you just kind of chuckle at it. Be addicted to getting better. That's a fact. Be addicted to getting better. RLUSD is now listed on Bitpanda. Shouts out to Bitpanda. It says new on Bitpanda, Ripple RLUSD. I don't know where's that. It should be in the top 100. Did I even go down that far? I don't think I did. I didn't go through all these assets because it's like, why? So RLUSD number 73 moved up a little bit. It says a US-backed stablecoin from Ripple, backed one by one with monthly assignations built for cross-border payments and real-time settlement issued on Ethereum and the XRP ledger. Start trading RLUSD on Bitpanda. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Bitpanda. Shouts out. Anybody who supports a family, I'm with it. Don't destroy what's coming just because it's not coming fast enough, guys. This is now here. I want to address this because I saw a few things. TR, we need to have. Matter of fact, TR, when I get off, after I get, let's see, I get off here at 1. I got to prep for my show, but me, you, and John need to have a conversation. So depends if I get out of here in an hour, TR, then we'll talk right after this before Caleb Brown, and if not, we'll talk after Caleb Brown, probably like around maybe 3:30. Okay, bro. But don't let me forget. Send me a text message so I don't forget, TR. But TR is one of my old school friends. Me and him and John are going to be working on some things. My brothers. Okay, so but yeah, so this is interesting here. Don't destroy what's coming because it's not coming fast enough. And there was something that triggered this. I saw people, and here's the thing, guys. I want to be very honest and not honest, but forthcoming here, or keeping it a buck. Like, I don't expect everyone to hold on, like ride the Titanic. Like, and here's the thing: if you're in a position, because I've seen some people that were making comments to certain people, like you seen Dom and those guys at Easy A might have posted something about hold strong, or other people, and they're right. You want to hodl because you got to think about the early days of Bitcoin when people were buying it at $100, and look at where it's at now, 100,000 and something, but I do understand because I have people that reach out to me, people that are in very precarious situations in which they've over leveraged themselves. I've seen people have to make some really tough choices where they're not even in crypto no more. I mean, I'm not talking about like the average, I'm talking about like major people who had hundreds of thousands of dollars that now probably don't even got, I don't know what they have. I don't know, but I think some people might have gotten a little bit back. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is you got to do what's best for you and your family. If you've over-leveraged yourself, which is something we've always told people not to do, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but we've always kind of preached that, as far as never invest more than you can afford to lose. But on top of that is never invest anything that you need back right away. Now, I know some people say, well, hold on, man, calm down, brother. I invested like 4 years ago. I was waiting for my time. I get that. And if you're in that position, look, if you've invested 4 years, 3 years, chances are you're in profit any damn way. So what's up, Chicken 415? That's my dog. But, you know, if you look, and I say this because I've seen some comments online where people are like, man, look, I got bills to pay, or I got this came up, or I got this medical situation, or I got to help out, or my house needs this. Man, look, you got to do what you got to do. That's a fact, and that's forced in the house. That's my man. You got to do whatever you got to do, and that's extremely important, in my opinion, not to feel like you got to keep up with the Joneses, and then you feel the pressure if you are in any type of particular situation financially where you have to sell. Look, you got to sell. If you got to sell, you got to sell, and there's no one on God's green earth that should make you feel bad about that. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, and I'm not saying like, oh, you're saying it's okay. What I'm saying is just do what you have to do. And I've seen some people really struggling with that on X, saying, look, hey man, I got to take care of my, just, you know, and again, that goes back to not over leveraging yourself and things like that. But there's some things that I do want to bring up that I saw Jake Claver. Jake Claver's been on fire here lately. And shouts out, I'm tired, but I'm hodling. Yeah, it's so funny. Like this picture right here. James XRP rules a nut. Shouts out to James, man. He follows me. I follow him. This dude is a straight nut with some of his posting. I love it. So this right here says, it says holding those XRP bags like this poor kid was holding on for his dear life. Let's check it out. Poor baby. Oh my God. That dude sneezed. That kid's in trouble. Sheesh. Man, you talking about hodling. Huh? That's hodling right there. All right, but anyways, I want to go to this clip here that I saw Abs and Johnny Crypto and those guys share on Good Morning Crypto, or at least Abs. I'm not sure if Johnny was on this morning. And he showed this little segment here by Jake Claver. Now, it's about 20-something minutes long. We're not going to play the whole thing because this is a different show. We're going to be showing some things in regards to Caleb and Brown. But he made some pretty good points here, and I want to share this with you guys.
Banks are announcing partnerships left and right. Institutions are supposedly buying millions worth of XRP, and everything looks great. But your portfolio still looks the same as it did just about 6 months ago. Really, all of 2025 have been hanging out about $3 for XRP. And so now people are starting to question, well, has XRP peaked? Is this the ceiling? Is this as good as it gets? The short answer is no, but there's a lot more to it. So I'm going to show you why the current price action is calm and why it's really kind of the calm before the storm. What's happening behind the scenes that could trigger the biggest wealth transfer you've ever seen. And we'll talk about why the price is not moving, why it will move, and more importantly, to where and when. I get messages all the time asking, you know, is it still going to happen? When's this going to happen?
And funny thing is, I get them all the time too. I get people left and right. It could be anywhere from anyone from my barber to one of you guys to a personal friend to a relative to whoever's like, what's going on with the market? It's like, look, if you think for 1 minute that this thing is going to go straight up, you don't think there's going to be adversity, you don't think there's going to be turmoil in markets and in the economy or tariffs, whatever the case may be. You know, we saw what COVID did. We saw what you know, war, you know, people have had, you know, issues internationally. You know, all these things play a factor in how the markets work. But at the end of the day, it doesn't stop the fundamentals of what an asset was created to do, or the utility. In this case, we're talking about XRP, which is what Jake's talking about. So he makes some really good points, and I hope we can get to him quick enough so I can move on with the show.
Or there's a lot of people that will FUD XRP and say that, well, market cap's already, you know, $130 billion. That's way too high. If it were $10 XRP, it'd be worth as much as Apple. There's no way that it could 10x from here.
You cannot compare stocks and crypto, and he does such a phenomenal job. I don't know when he gets to this in the video. I watched the whole video, but he made some very brilliant points in this segment.
And then you've got other cryptos pumping while XRP maintains its, you know, price stability here around $3. Right. We've had years of, you know, sideways movement before we stepped up this year in 2025. The case is over at this
primarily because of that case.
This point, and we still haven't seen the institutional adoption that people have been waiting for. There's other people that talk about, you know, the billion XRP that Ripple dumps onto the market each month out of their escrow, which isn't real.
I want to pause there because what he just said is you see a lot of assets moving, and then, you know, all these institutions buy. What people don't realize is that we were paused damn near for 4 years and 8 months. And they purposely did this. We were totally paused. And then JP Morgan, those guys tried to come out with JP Morgan coin. Everybody, like, the banking cartel was very much behind this attack on XRP. They were very much that, you hear about Jay Clayton getting $15 million and, all these things that were going on financially for those who were found unethical, liars by our legal system, just making anything they could do to keep this thing, to keep XRP stagnant and keep this innovation down. And so a lot of what you guys are seeing right now, a lot of what you're seeing right now is just I do believe there were some things going on behind closed doors, but a lot of companies didn't want to put money and have their money sitting in something for years. Let's just buy a whole bunch of XRP and let it sit there. No, they wanted to see certain things put in place. They wanted to see the lawsuit in. They wanted to see, regulatory clarity, and so now you're starting to see institutions do a lot of what they call over-the-counter OTC purchases, and you're now starting to see systems and things being implemented that just was stagnant for 4 years and 8 months. So I believe what we're seeing right now is the implementation of XRPL and what XRP was created for now just happened. It's just happening. I'm not saying it wasn't, little things, right? But nobody was going to put their money in just while this lawsuit was going on. So remember, the lawsuit ended not too damn long ago, and then there was all these what's it called, appeals and all these different things that put us in a position that we're in now. And then obviously Trump came in here not too long ago. Well, it seems like it was a while ago, and so things are just starting to progress. So I really do believe with the things that are in place, and Jake does a great job of talking about that, we're going to have our moment. It's going to happen. But we got to also remember that we still follow the almighty. Bitcoin leads the market. If it dips, we dip, just like that.
Really true. They actually re-escrow the majority of that back onto the end of the escrow and only put onto the market what they need to maintain price stability, which is the whole function of XRP. And there's other things like, if banks are really using it, well, why isn't the price moving? Retail just gets impatient. It's a long game. And I've seen a lot of people start to sell. And so that's why I want to talk about this video today and what's going on to help you make the best decisions for you and your portfolio. And now we're just starting to see Bitcoin's dominance start to fall and the rotation that we've been looking for into all the altcoins. So buckle up, sit down, hang out to the end of the video, and we'll go over and dispel all of these myths and why XRP can go much, much higher. So let's start with the market cap myth. Okay, there's a lot of people that look at the market cap of XRP and they compare it to stocks. And that's completely wrong. XRP isn't a company, it's a protocol. And it's really the token on a protocol that moves the value.
Right.
The protocol is the XRPL or the XRP ledger. And market cap of protocols works very different than equities. Imagine an email protocol, for example. How many emails do you think move around the world every single day? Probably hundreds of billions of messages.
Now, guys, I don't want to get too fixated because this is actually a money video. I'm going to ask all you guys to do me a favor. Go over to Jake Claver's YouTube and watch this video. Unfortunately, this is not the way the show was set up today. It's more about the pre-show for Kelvin Brown, which is getting ready to happen at 2 o'clock, so an hour and a half, so I got to move along. But man, do yourself a favor. Listen to what he says. He talks about market cap. He talks about where we're at in the market. He talks about not being in a bear market. He talks about where does he see the price by the end of this year? He's still very much in the numbers that he was in. He starts off around 1,500 and goes up, but he says if certain things are in place, we can get into the 3 digits still. So guys, go watch this phenomenal video. Okay, let's move on. Shouts out to Jake for that one. Okay, let's get back into what we're talking about. Okay, hodl, poor kid. Good Lord. Okay, JP Morgan, CEO, admits he was wrong and that crypto is real. Now, you guys know what's going on with this, the whole Jamie Dimon and all the haters, and we've seen them one by one come over, one by one. Oh my God, I was wrong. Oh my God, I was wrong. Yeah, because a lot of your clients are about to jump ship. So it's just funny, guys. And so I said slowly, then all at once. It's all happening right now. It's unfolding. But remember, these guys sit on a board, a banking, what Linda P. Jones and Molly Elmore have referred to as the banking cartel. And guys, if you don't think they were the ones who were part of what happened with Ripple, Operation Choke Point 2.0, and then after everything was cleared up and they lost, and oh my God, they tried to peel, then they were still speaking out. So, and there's been people that said, these are the same people that, don't want to see Ripple get their banking license. So, I mean, guys, look, it is what it is, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Are we there yet? No, but we're on our way. History often repeats until it doesn't. Rec Fencer says every time Bitcoin rejects this line, it dumps 70%. Now, guys, this is important to understand because, I get the bullish sentiment, I get hopium, I get, but I also get fundamentals. I also get, there's a lot of things in place. And I also understand, the narrative of charting and TA because that's followed by how people react. So it says every time Bitcoin rejects this line, it dumps 70%. If that happens again, hope you're ready for a $40,000 Bitcoin now. I'm not saying that's going to happen. What I am saying is when you look at this breakdown of this where this is at, and the fact that it looks like we've wicked above that, and then now we're actually back down below it. So if you look at history, it's gone down and tested this support line here, right? And so you've seen it happen here, you've seen it happen. It came down, came back up. You've seen it happen here, tapped a couple times, start going up, boom, tap, tap. Which very similar to what it did here. Tap, 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 and then back down again. So is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible. I do believe there are certain assets like XRP and others that will eventually detach themselves because how would they do that? Well, obviously by institutional adoption. If you get these institutions and these different companies that are carrying or that are offering XRP ETFs, obviously they'll be locking up XRP and you'll see because of that happening, you'll see the price start moving and maybe detach itself from what these assets are doing. But right now, that is a very strong case in regards to what we're looking at right now. Could it pop above this line? Yes, it could. But it could also tap and start and maybe even do a fake out and then go back up. Who knows? But I do think there's a lot of bullish sentiment, but you have to pay attention to these bearish scenarios as well. Okay, investors are waking up to some major news from Trump and Xi. If that's how you say it. I always say Xi. I hope that's the right way to say it. The 100% tariff on China is no longer going live. Instead, President Trump is lowering his fentanyl tariff on China from 20% to 10%, and the overall tariff rate on China is down from 57% to 47%. So that threat is no longer in place. They've gone out, they've worked things out, and you would think that would be bullish. You would think the 25 BPS rate cut from Jerome Powell would be bullish. There's a lot of different bullish things. That's why I feel to an extent is manipulation, guys. It is total, because I believe when this thing pops, it's going to pop like no other. Because I've seen many people, very brilliant people in the space, say we've never seen a cycle like this. We've never seen things put in place. We've never been in this situation before where everything is crypto, and crypto is everything, and everything. There's a lot of different things that have to play out. Clarity Act and many other factors. But when you really look at the fact that, that announcement, when he announced a big tariff on China, it killed the market. Now he's announcing everything is good and they've worked this out for like a year and all these different things, and yet nothing. Jerome Powell cuts rates, nothing. Why is that? Kind of weird, don't you think? It says, in addition to the U.S. and China, the U.S. and China have reached a one-year rare earths deal. A one-year rare earths deal. President Xi will be visiting the U.S. after an amazing meeting, and President Trump will return to China in April. This round of U.S.-China trade war is over. So it looks like what they're going to be doing is going like year by year, and that they'll kind of move at that pace. So I think that's brilliant. It's awesome. But why are the markets falling? That's the $1 billion question, right? Why is the market still falling? Big news, Evernorth has signed a business combination agreement with Armada Acquisition Corp. 2, which is now trading on NASDAQ under the ticker XRP. And I want to read a little bit of this to you guys. I'm going to try to get through this quick, so forgive me if I read fast because there's a lot of stuff I want to cover before I got to get off here and get ready for the show. Okay, so by the way, guys, remember, Caleb and Brown's The Big Interview is right after the show. So at 2 o'clock, we've got Jim Bazzani and we got Andrew Garside, which is my personal broker, with Kim Brown. Andrew Garside literally just left my house. He flew out to Vegas with his wife, took me and my wife, John Singh and his wife, out to dinner. It was phenomenal dinner. Got to know him. Actually, before dinner, he Ubered to my house, and we spent at least an hour or so here at the house, or maybe 2 hours, getting to know each other, going through everything with Kim Brown. Literally opened up his laptop, showed me how everything works. Brilliant dude, brilliant company. I'm all in. Phenomenal what they're offering. So got the opportunity. He came to my home, and then later on we met up and had dinner. So that interview is going to be, and I got some very good questions, good ones, everything. You guys are going to see. It's going to be one hell of a show. Okay, so let's go to this Armada acquisition. Okay, so it says Oh, God, that's a lot more reading I want to do. Okay. How much time I got? Okay. Armada Acquisition 2, a special purpose acquisition company, Armada 2, sponsored by Arlington XRP Capital Fund, today announced that it will change the ticker symbol for its Class A, this is big, ordinary shares on NASDAQ from AACI, right? AACI to XRPN. That's huge. What? In addition, the ticker symbol, I know what y'all thinking, well, I didn't do anything to the price. Calm down, huh? Note your hold. In addition, the ticker symbol for its units will change from AACIU to XRPNU. And the ticker symbol for its warrants will change from AACIW to XRPNW. The ticker symbol changes will be effective upon the commencement of trading on NASDAQ on October 30th, which is today. 2025, representing a key milestone in the company's strategic transformation. This change underscores the company's evolution into the world-leading institutional XRP digital asset treasury company. The ticker symbol changes come on the heels of last week's announcement that Evernorth Holdings, Inc., a newly formed Nevada corporation, Evernorth, has executed a business combination agreement with Armada 2, the business combination agreement, which will result in a new company that has raised over $1 billion in gross proceeds to fund open market purchases of XRP. Now, guys, like I said, there's so many things. There's so many things in place. But if you guys want more on this, do me a huge favor. Go check out Abs, because he did a phenomenal job this morning going over this. He also showed some segments, Pacific segments from Jake Claver. It's about Jake's deal is about 20-something minutes long, but man, I'm telling you, go watch this doggone deal. It's money. Okay? So, and I want you guys to understand too, just because I'm fully on board with Caleb Brown, I don't want you guys thinking, oh, he didn't like what Jake. No, Jake is for I think he's going to be making some amendments, but he's for the higher end investor. They offer a variety of different things, but I want it to be somewhere where it represents the little guy. It represents the everyday average Joe. I come from nothing. So I don't want to, there's some things I'll be doing with Jake. Made that very clear, even to Caleb Brown. Hey, but at the end of the day, my heart right now is with them. What they offer is phenomenal. Their product is phenomenal. Their services are phenomenal. You guys learn more about that. But it also is free to get. Can you imagine feeling like, knowing that you're having that same type of institutional grade security as SBI or Ripple? Can you imagine that? And it's a free wallet with that type of security and protection, and that when you sign up, you actually get a broker, somebody who can help you, somebody who can give you some advice. That's crazy. Whether you put, whatever that dollar amount is, it's crazy. So it's a free wallet. So that's one of the things. It's kind of like when people say, why did you do XRP Las Vegas meetup? Well, a lot of people were frustrated that they couldn't afford XRP Las Vegas, right? Think about that. And again, I love Brad Conner. That's my dog. That's why, man, I've been to 2 of his events out of the 2 or 3 years that he's done it. I've been to 2, or maybe it was 4 years, 3 years. But I know I went to at least 2 of his events, me and my wife. And so, but I was inspired by the fact that the average Joe couldn't afford it. And I come from nothing, so I understand it. So we wound up having an event that every dollar we made, we gave back to the community. Awards, this, giveaway, I mean the whole 9. Food, all the different variables, because I am that guy that cheers and fights for the little guy. Why? Because I come from nothing. I am the little guy that ended up doing something. But the point I'm trying to make is that's where my heart lies. That's where my heart lies. So that's why our XRP Las Vegas meetup was born. That's why I decided to go with Caleb Brown. Okay, let's move on. Big news. Okay, so we already went through that. That's done. Was I still reading? No, I'm done with the reading. Okay, so let's move back. Let's get back to my dog on here deal here, because we got a lot to talk about. Okay, here we go. South Korea agrees to pay $350 billion to the U.S. to lower tariffs. $350 billion to lower tariffs? Man, Trump, look, I don't care if you like Trump, don't like Trump, don't matter. That dude is an extraordinary businessman. And when I used to look at some of the things that he would do, like had plans to buy a building, then go around buying all the properties around it, then buy the building knowing that it was going to raise the value of the properties and then sell it. I mean, dude is brilliant. The master of chess, the master of real estate, right? And he's running this country like a business. And sometimes you don't understand it. You may not get it, but at the end of the day, I think it's going to be extraordinary for this country. I saw a post where he said, bringing back trillions with me. What? That's crazy. Shouts out to Trump for that, man. Sheesh. Happy Halloween. This is not the kind of trick or treat we want. $127 million in crypto longs liquidated in the past 60 minutes. Now, obviously, this was 6 a.m. this morning. So 127 million liquidated. That's what I'm saying. All the people are like, we're going up. Wouldn't bet on that one. Not right now. Anyway, I just don't think. I think you should have a plan and not be sitting there trying to short along the markets. King Karan, formerly known as King Dogo, that's my brother. He says, all I want for Christmas is a 50 cents flare and a $20 XRP. Am I asking too much? And I said, may Santa Claus make that happen, brother. I don't think that's too. I think that's very feasible. Now let me think. Wait a minute. I know XRP at $20 is reasonable. Let me see where Flare's at. I haven't looked at Flare. I always say, don't you dare sleep on. Ooh, shoot. Wait a minute. Jesus Christ. Dang, he bullish as hell. So he wants, and I'm not saying anything against it. So he wants Flare to go up like, that's a whole lot. Like 40 something times, and XRP go up just a couple few. I mean, it'd be more than a couple few. It'd be like what? We're at 2 something, so like a 8x versus a 40x. I don't know about that one. That's crazy. But you can dream. All right, guys, let's get into it. Kayla and Brown, having access to your crypto assets when it truly counts. And so this is what this is. This is a pre-show leading up into the main event that's going to be happening in 1 hour and 19 minutes. Guys, do not miss this interview. It's going to be absolutely insane. And we got a lot of people that are going to be tuning in for that, so I'm excited about it. Okay, when the markets snap, seconds matter. And that's a fact. And we got a small indication that when the whole AWS, can you imagine AWS doing that? And you waking up that morning seeing that the market booming, you can't touch your assets, you can't log in, you can't do nothing. You know how sick now. I'm gonna tell you guys sometime. I say this all the time. You don't realize how sick or how awful something is until it happens to you. Because you're like, oh, that'll never happen. But it happened. And even though it didn't last all day, yesterday I saw and I talked about how it's happening around different regions where AWS is going down and people are freaking out. So I'm just telling you guys, that is not a good feeling. I don't ever want to be in a position where I can't access my funds or I can't move in and out or whatever the case may be. That's horrible, especially when it's not my damn fault. That's crazy. While your exchange froze, our clients kept trading their personal Caleb Brown broker. I can attest to that because, again, I told you guys how this worked. I woke up that morning. I was like, what the? I didn't even wake up. I think I was taking little naps here and there. My wife came back in from hanging out with her sister in Oregon. I looked up and I saw AWS was down. I even noticed it before Caleb Brown, at least my broker and Jim. And I messaged, hey, what's going on? There's several things down. He looked, he goes, oh yeah, AWS, Walmart, everything's down. But what do you want to do? You have full access. What is it? You want to make a trade? And I'm just like, wow. So this is definitely what it is. And then 24-hour support, I do agree with that because it was 12:15 in the morning that I tried to get hold of my broker Jim, who just opened. They have a new office in Fort Lauderdale. They're working on an office here at Los Angeles with Caleb Brown. He was asleep because obviously it was 12:15 in the morning. He didn't respond to my text message, and so I messaged Jim. Jim hit me back within a few minutes. Hey, what's up, Jay? What's going on? Because obviously Australia being a little bit different. So they got 24-hour support, guys. Can't get hold of one person, or you can't get hold of your broker. There's a team of brokers that will then take and support you if that person's in a position where they can't answer. So I have firsthand experience with this. And this is what I love in the little time that I've been doing my research with them for 2 months into where I'm at now. We've gone through some things. I've seen stories of people getting robbed, taking the trash out. I've seen stories of people being held hostage. I've seen stories of a guy losing $3 million. I lived the story of waking up in AWS, nothing was working. So to me, it was an ongoing blessing of me seeing things over the last 6 days going, damn. Okay, I see why I need this. And so I've been living it, guys, and that's what has me very excited about it. Deep aggregated liquidity. I love that as well, and we'll be talking about this on the show where, some of these exchanges you go in and you want to transfer $25,000, or let's say the markets explode, XRP hits $100, and you're like, oh my God, I want to take $500,000. Well, with some of these exchanges, you got a maximum of $25,000. So I'm going to take $25,000 out for the next 20 days, and I'll get what I need. That doesn't work for me. So what I like about Caleb Brown, if I want to transfer $25,000 or $2.5 million, they can make it happen, and I love it. And the transfer of those assets, not the conversion. The conversions where they have an all-inclusive, we'll talk about that on the show, fee that covers everything. The broker covers everything all-inclusive. But that transfer of the money from your account to your bank costs you zero. Moving your assets in and out of Caleb Brown costs you zero. Phenomenal. And I did a lot of comparison, a lot of research on that. One transparent fee that covers everything. Your broker, your this, your that, everything. And it's like, well, God, this is the percentage. Okay, well, what about slippage? You know how many times I've gone to certain, and I don't want to name the exchange. There's some exchanges I can give you the first letter, K. I give you a letter of someone that ran out of America when all these things happened, H. And that's just the first letter. And with a lot of these assets, I mean, I'm going to say what they are. I remember what was it called? KuCoin, BitTrue. There's another one, and I hate to say this because I'm not saying it to be negative. There's another one called, was it Hotbit? And have you ever, for anybody who's been around crypto for a while, if you've ever tried to utilize those assets and sell, I remember I tried to sell and the price would start dropping. I'm like, yo, what? Wait, it's dropping. And it would just drop. And every time I put a sell on, it would take a long time. And then all of a sudden, you would see the price start dropping. I'm like, what? And then I would go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. The price wasn't moving. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Or I tried to buy. I'm like, oh, let me go in and buy 1 million of this. Oh, wait a minute. I put the order in. It just sits there and just, it like let a few of them slip through. And then all of a sudden, the price started going up. And then I'm like, I cancel the order, go to that price. It goes up. Cancel the order, go to that price. I'm like, yo, what are they doing? It's not moving on CoinMarketCap. It's not moving on CoinGecko. What the hell's going on? And then the slippage. You sell something and sell, 2 to 3%. So when you start looking at all those different variables, this is a bargain. For everything that you get, broker, financial advice, all the things that you need in 24 hours, 7, that type of attention to, we always talk about representing yourself and thinking and acting like a millionaire. It's millionaires that has this type of service, right? It's millionaires that has this type of attention. When you get a broker, someone who's a payer, where you could be traveling the world and doing all the different, and somebody's going to be there to cater to all your needs. That's all included. Crazy. And we'll talk. I'm just kind of going through this quickly because I see I'm running out of time. If your platform stalled, switch to a broker who doesn't. Facts. And that's exactly what happened on AWS that night. I was sitting there and I couldn't get into the app because they have an app. I couldn't get it up because what's it called? The two-factor authentication wasn't working. It was not working. Nothing was working. But when I called, they were like, what do you want to do, Jay? You want to sell? You want to buy, trade? You want to send somebody? I was like, whoa, thank you. Good night. That's pretty much what it was. So shouts out to Jim. Shouts out to Andrew. Let's keep it going. A lot of good stuff here I want to go through. Okay, Lark Davis says, good Fed news, dump crypto. Good China news. No, this is what he said. Okay, so good Fed news, dump crypto, or crypto dumped. Good China news, crypto dumped. Stocks up, crypto dump. Stocks down, crypto dump. Take a crap, crypto dump. He put dump crypto, but I know that's funny as hell. Funny as hell. I'm sorry. All right, guys, let's get right into it. So, amazing word from my personal broker, Andrew. Let's check it out. Andrew, it says, markets move fast, banks don't. Caleb Brown helps eligible clients execute trades instantly while funds are on the way. The reason I'm doing this, guys, is because I want you guys to know who these guys are, know a little bit about them before they come in just over an hour and 12 minutes. Shouts out to my beautiful queen, Jeanette's in the house. We got Protein 40. Who else we got up here? Nina Blossom. What's up, Nina? What's up, sis? Appreciate you guys made it. Let's check it out. My broker, Andrew. Let's do it.
Cryptocurrency is inherently a very volatile market. The market swings move quick, and that means that you need to act quickly to trade. There's quite often times where you have to send money, and given that the banking system can be quite slow and quite cumbersome, It means that you're not always able to send the money through quickly. This is why Caleb Brown offers credit for our clients. So we're able to credit you the money before the actual funds arrive. We can capitalize on any of those market moves and any of the prices that you want to take action on. And it means that we are able to navigate around those delays in the banking system.
Here's what's so dope, guys. One of the things that I did when Andrew came to my house, why did he come to your house? Why'd you guys have dinner? Because I said, look, for one thing, they saw me as a value customer because of my position. But I said, look, I want to go through every part of your system. I want to go through the app. I want to go through the portal. He came to my house. I said, okay, let's convert some XRP. Not that I needed to. So I said, let's convert. Let's just use a little bit, a small amount. So we converted like 5,000 XRP. It went into, fiat. And then I said, okay, let's process it and send it to the bank. So we ended up sending like, 12,000, 13,000 to and then I said, let's split up into 2 accounts. So I'm not saying this to, I'm just saying that I wanted to see everything work. I wanted to see the time that it took. I wanted to see the process. I wanted to go through the verification. I wanted to go through the security because I told him, and we'll talk about this when he's live in just over an hour. I said, I don't want to talk about nothing that I didn't try. That's the kind of person I am. I don't want to do nothing or refer you guys if I haven't tried it and I don't know it works and I don't know it's secure and I don't know it's the way. And you saw that poor guy who lost $3 million just, last week or two. He came out and he goes, man, I wish I'd have went with Caleb Brown. And he's not even part of Caleb Brown. He goes, man, I wish I'd have listened to Brad Kimes and DAI. Man, I wish I'd have got that. I don't want to be that person that goes, man. Just saying, let's move on. Are you ready, XRP? Are you ready? Huh? Are you sure? Are you sure you're ready? And that's what this is all about. Are you sure you're ready? Because you can say I'm ready. Here's a question I have for you. I want y'all to think about this as we go into the next little video here. You say you're ready, but you wake up and XRP hits $25, $50, $100. Let's say Jake Claver's on the money. What do you do next? I'm going to hold to 1,000. Okay, if that's your plan, you got no take profit strategy. What do you do next? Most people panic. And maybe you don't panic because I'm ready. I got my whole show. But what happens when something doesn't go part of the plan? Like you got a plan, but all of a sudden your exchange goes down. Just saw Zach Rector get upset at Coinbase. Just saw a bunch of people get mad at Binance. Nothing against. I've used both. But what happens when AWS goes down? What happens when something alters your plan? Are you ready? Are you sure? Let's move on. Cup and handle, nearly complete. Now, this is bullish. XRP shuts out to my man, Jack the Rippler. XRP cup and handle pattern is nearly complete with a price target of $8 to $9 soon. Very conservative, very much on point. The momentum is strong, and the next breakout could be massive. Real token built on the XRP ledger, XRPL, could unlock 650 trillion global real estate market. Trillions in capital are ready to flow into the XRP ledger as real-world assets, RWA, go on-chain through real token. Do your own research, not financial advice. You guys want more information? Click right here. Goes right into what he's talking about. All right, let's move on. Shouts out to Seattle Super Sock, Nina, protein bags, big sis, B keep, Nest Forest, I see. No service where I'm at during my gym time, but you're about to get rich. Damn straight. Damn straight. I love that. I love that word for the day. Huh? Facts. Jose's in the house. Good to see you, Jose. All right, let's move on. Okay, here we go. You're angry, stay silent. You're winning, stay humble. You're afraid, double check the facts, move wisely, have a plan before you act. Amen to that. Okay, XRP news today. Traders watch OCC verdict for Ripple and trade talks. Now, if you guys, again, I'm running on borrowed time here. Open this up, read it. Unfortunately, I don't have time to go through it, but this is a pretty interesting read right here, guys. So it talks about crucial events, senators, and some more things that are happening right now in the XRP space. I don't have time as we have to get out of here in just a moment. Okay, the mistake most people make, they want the lifestyle, not the discipline. The outcome, not willing to go through the process. The reward, not the work. I'm going to read that again. The mistake most people, and these are people that me and you know, these are the people who sit back and won't listen to anything we say. But they'll be the first ones ready to get it, but don't listen to nothing we say. Right? They want the lifestyle, not the discipline. They want the outcome. They don't want to go through the process. They want all the rewards that we're going to benefit, and some of us are benefiting from now, not the work. Facts. Let's move on. At this point, it's inevitable. XRP ETFs, guys, shouts out to Johnny Crypto. You guys get some information, get a chance, make sure you guys go check this out. God makes no mistakes. Find the lesson in everything. Everything that happens, I always say adversity makes or breaks you, but everything that you go through in your life is a lesson. If you win, it's a victory. If you lose, it's a lesson. That's a fact. Amen to that. Caleb Brown pre-show, that's what we're talking about, guys. We're going to run through this real quick. Last time the Fed cut rates, the market dipped a little. Now, this is pretty cool. Shouts out to Mario Nafal, OX Mario Nafal. It says, last time the Fed cut rates, the market dipped a little. Then it went on a massive run. Today, the Fed cut rates. We dipped a little. You know what's next? Do you know what's next? Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family, XRP Army. Damn it, this was for you. Woo!
This one,
come on.
Does it like it is. Got them switching gears, no Ferrari with the tens. On some bullet shit, stop crying, start buying, getting bags, I ain't lying. Money multiplying, call it rocket science.
Come on.
I'm so tired of this crypto control. You already know, banks ain't letting money go. Swimming in the dough, as you see, gets exposed. Tomorrow's the day we gon' blow.
Come on, let's get it. We got more to talk about. All right, here we go. Caleb and Brown introducing the Caleb and Brown iOS app. Now, this is really cool, guys. Not only do they have a phenomenal portal that you can do everything online, but you can also access your phone for that portal, but it has an app. And I know how you guys are like me. I like to see my assets, right? I don't want to have to be worried about, am I buying a computer? So you can either access the portal through your, and again, they've got several layers of security, several layers from emails to calls to video calls to passwords. Everything you can think of, they got it in place. Two-factor authentication, like 5 different ways. I told myself I want to max out my security. Right? With all this AI technology, I want to max out my security. So they got some phenomenal features and things in place. Everything you love about your brokerage, all on your phone. Let's check it out.
With crypto, nothing beats the feeling of being in control. And now you can have your portfolio and your broker in your pocket with the Caleb and Brown app.
Oh, yeah.
Trade crypto on the go, make deposits, and refer friends to earn, all with one easy tap. And the best part? Your personal brokerage team is always there to help.
Woo!
Download the Caleb and Brown app and get closer to your crypto.
You're damn straight. Closer to your secured crypto. I love it. Did XRP and the entire market not hear the good news about the Federal Reserve cuts? Did they hear it? You'd think they didn't hear nothing the way the market acted. From December, Uphold is launching digital asset-backed loan services, allowing users to borrow against the XRP, ETH, BTC, and stablecoins like USDC. If you're interested in these things, guys, I don't have a referral link. I'm not saying to do it. I'm just saying this being offered. I'm here to cover the news, not to say to go do it. But it's kind of cool. You start to see more and more people. You see Flare, you see them, you see Doppler, you see all these people. I'm not one of those people that are going to try anything early. I saw something with BitTrue just came out with this morning. I saw something with them offering something about earning on your XRP, and they're like conservative. Just put 100 in to see what it does. So hey, if you want to play around with it, God bless you. I'm just not there yet, but who knows? The Fed cut rates. Interest rates by 25 BPS. The bull market can continue. Will it? Who knows? Bitwise chief investment officer told DL News that the XRP exchange traded fund will easily become a $1 billion fund within the first handful of months, dramatically exceeding skeptics expect. Overthinking genius does less than a confident idiot. An overthinking genius does less than a confident idiot. I said, man, I feel better about being about overthinking. An overthinking genius does less than a confident idiot. Facts. I see a whole lot of confident idiots out there. Okay, crypto like XRPL fixes this, the dollar. You're damn straight. Let's move on. Your story ain't over. It's just getting started. Shouts out, meet my man, Pots and Pans, Jim. If you see anybody out there like DAI, Brad Kimes, Melissa World Be Free, Zach Rector, we're all connected to the man, the myth, the legend, Jim. Jim is the guy who sets everything up and gets everything positioned for us. Shouts out to my man, Jim. Here we go. When markets move, you need decisions, not dashboards. Work with a personal crypto broker who knows your plan and acts on it. Speak to a broker, Caleb and Brown. Let's check it out. Here's Jim. You'll see him in just a minute.
Yeah, so Caleb and Brown is an inherently different business in the sense that we operate as a brokerage model. We really focus on building long-term sustainable relationships with our clients, and that entails providing a white glove, personalized, education-focused service. Everyone that signs up gets their own dedicated broker. Yep. That broker is there to help hold your hand throughout your entire crypto journey. It's not like a platform where you do it yourself, there's no assistance or help, and there's no customer service. With us, it's the exact opposite. Okay. So you'll get your own dedicated broker, our customer support team around your account, who's there to help service you, help you grow your crypto portfolio, and ultimately make the right investment decisions when it comes to buying, selling, and swapping your crypto.
Absolutely, you gotta love it. And I do agree with XRP Hustle Hard. Caleb and Brown are owned by an Australian, New Zealand's biggest crypto exchange, Swift. SwiftX or whatever it's called. But at the end of the day, yeah, you're great. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it SwiftX? It's a great exchange with quick bank withdrawals. Yeah, very quick. And I just did one. But the point I'm trying to make, guys, is that they actually have a bigger presence in America than they even do in Australia, which is crazy. Caleb Brown has more customers in America than they do. And they just opened an office in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Well, they have one. And they're opening their Andrew and his wife were out here because they actually moved to Florida, so they live there, and he's over that office that has several employees, and now they're opening one up in Los Angeles, which is a few hours or so down the street. So expanding, building, and they got great plans here in the United States. Love it. Okay, patience is the rarest currency in crypto. Patience is the rarest currency in crypto. Facts. The end game, everything is aligning at once. DTCC, stablecoin RLUSD, DNA protocol, bank license, ETFs, Fed access, government policy is all happening. When it dips, we dip, just like that. We see it right now, guys. Bitcoin has got a mind of its own. Like a boss, breaking, President Trump announces that the U.S. and China have reached a one-year trade deal on rare earths and critical minerals. In return, the U.S. is cutting tariffs on China. We talked about the one-year agreement. What else is there? There was something else I wanted to. Okay, here's another one by Caleb Brown. Meet Andrew once again. He talks about tired of exchanges freezing when volatility spikes, locking you out when your liquidity matters most. They don't do that at Caleb Brown. Let's check it out one more time.
So Caleb Brown have been around since 2016. We have never locked out our clients from trading in any part of the cycle. We see quite frequently exchanges lock out their investors, particularly during a bull market. Unfortunately,
Coinbase has been notorious for this. And I don't mean to jump on Coinbase, but I've been in this game since 17. You see a whole lot. I've seen a lot.
that is
And fees, my God. I was about to call Brian Armstrong and say, man, can you put me on your W-2s like a child? Because y'all done got me for a whole lot of damn money. Just saying.
is generally when you want to act quickly, when you need that liquidity or when you need to make those trades. At Caleb Brown, we don't lock out our clients. We don't restrict our clients from trading at any time. As a broker, we have varying types of liquidity pools that we can utilize. So unlike an exchange where you really only have one method to make a trade, and then in certain situations, that method may not be accessible, particularly if they lock you out. At Caleb Brown, you have a couple of different avenues to execute a trade. So you can either email your broker, in which case you can email 24/7. The second option is through the portal. Now, both methods still send the order directly to our human traders. One method obviously is just through the broker. The other method is directly through the portal.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, guys, let's see what else we got in here before we get out of here. Bitwise, Matt Hugin on XRP ETFs. Flows will dramatically exceed what people are expecting. Now, I know there's been some stuff going on with Scott Melker. And there's some statements he put out that, like, what is XRP? What is the use case? What does it really do type stuff? I don't know if that's exactly his words. Mikkel addressed it. Matt Hamilton addressed it. I was looking at all those things on Johnny Crypto. If you didn't see what I'm talking about, go to Good Morning Crypto with Abs. I'm sorry, Johnny Crypto with Abs. Make sure you guys go check out Good Morning Crypto this morning. They did a phenomenal job of going through this whole thing. And Mikkel put out a very cool statement about, I don't even know if I have time to read it. Let's see what time it's 1:03. So I got to get ready for my other show. If I can find this deal that Mikkel put out. It's worth a read. It's worth a read. I should have had this stacked up already. See, Mikkel. My brother Mikkel. Let's see. Did I type it right? Wait. What did I just do? Where's Mikkel at? Let's see here. Search. Okay, here we go. See if I can find his replies. Okay. So I think Mikkel replied in this somewhere. Okay, David Swartz says something about it. So go down here and read this, guys. There's a pretty good little, oh gosh, this dude. But Mikkel really summed it up very nicely in what he said. I don't know if I could find it quick enough. But anyways, go through these exchanges here, guys. See if you can find what Mikkel, his response to that. Okay, right here. No, that's not it. Okay, here it is right here. So it was in regards to what Scott has said here. I say this with no disrespect, looking for an actual answer. What is the current pitch for XRP, the token, not Ripple, the company? Western Union chose Solana, blah, 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 blah. So Mikkel comes in and goes, how much time I got? He goes, remember when I said 99% of people in crypto don't actually understand crypto? Well, this is exactly what I mean. And this is such a bar. This is such a bar because there's so many people since I've been in this space for 8 years that you would think that they would have learned. They got all these investments you think they would have learned. There's some really brilliant ass people in this space. Very brilliant. I can name a few that's in our community, not a few, but I can name some people that I've had these deep conversations with in our community. Really deep, because I haven't always had deep conversations with everyone here. Some of you guys I see here, but there's some people here that we've had some really deep conversations, like Anthony, what's his name? Iron Man, Griff, Crypto OG, and some of you guys that, I'm not sure everybody here that we've actually had these in-depth conversations, but there's some really brilliant minds that, man, they take this really serious, like the Zach Rectors, like the Jake Clavers, the Mickles, the Jimmy Valleys, the Molly Elmores, the Linda P. Jones. When you have these in-depth conversations, these are some brilliant people, brilliant people, because like they really have. Rob Cunningham, you guys saw the video I showed yesterday. So this is a bar. When I said 99% of the people in crypto don't actually understand it, they don't, because just a little bit of confusion in the markets, or a little bit of I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but when things aren't going their way, they start tripping out, and I start getting these messages, or you start seeing these posts, and it's crazy, because I see people who I always thought were like, and I'm not trying to say, I've seen people who seem very solid, right? It's almost like they're posting stuff that they don't even believe. It's like they're putting out content that they don't even believe, because it just takes one post of going, I just don't get what's going on. I mean, God, what is happening? Is XRP even it? It's like, dude, what? Like, and I'm talking about big name X accounts. It's crazy. Anyways, it is what. If you guys get a chance, make sure you guys go check this out with Mikkel. I got to get out of here. We got a hell of a show starting. So guys, here we go. Make sure you guys come back. I'm gonna get out of here with this. Come back. Here it is right here. Where's it at? Let's see. Get out of here. And so what's coming up next, guys? I'm not even gonna go through all this, even though I have more stuff to go through. Oh God, that's funny. What do you put here? What is it? Say XRP one more time. That's funny as hell. Same dude that Mikkel had addressed. This person says, can someone please, crypto's a scam, change my mind. Why even waste your time with people like that? So it's not this girl in particular I'm talking about. I'm just talking about why. Anybody that comes to you saying this, I mean, I get we want to help people. Crypto's a scam. Tell me it's not. No. Okay, so why would I need, so you want me to tell you something, right? To convince you of something or explain something that's going to change your life. It's your life. You should see enough value in your own damn life to convince yourself why crypto's not a scam. If not, keep trading time for money, keep building somebody else's dreams, keep working your ass off to get 50-cent dollar raises a year. God bless you. Good luck with that. Crypto's a scam, change my mind. No, don't think so. Let's move on. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys in about 50-something minutes. Kalen Brown coming up next. Let me get some love before we get out of here. Uh-oh. Jay McFadden. That's my brother right there. If you guys didn't know, that's my baby brother. I say baby brother like a year and 10 months, but that's my brother. Shouts out to Jermaine. Appreciate you, bro. Again, guys, we've got a phenomenal meeting here in about 52 minutes. 52 minutes. I'm coming back live with Kalen Brown. Today was a pre-show leading up, showing you guys some videos. But again, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, find out why I decided, after all the things, people being held hostage, guys getting robbed, taking their trash cans out, people are targeting crypto people. People are targeting whether they're trying to rob you, they're trying to steal from you. We just saw a guy 2 weeks ago lose $3 million. What is it going to take for you to learn? Happen to you? Just saying, be careful in all that you do. Caleb Brown may not be for you. I'm not telling you you got to do it, but I'm telling you it's a decision I made. The guy flew out to my house just a couple days ago, took us to dinner, came to my home, spent a couple hours with me, took me to dinner, went through the whole process. Phenomenal bunch of people, absolutely excited about it. 52 minutes from now, you guys are going to learn why 68J chose Caleb Brown. Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family, greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. On the way out, this is for you. Let's do it.
I'm better off when you selling at a loss, not caring what it costs. Buying when it drop, waiting for the flip flop to the tip top. Watching TikTok, so my new wristwatch.
My brother's in the house. Shouts out to J-Mac.
The Vegas crypto meetup. Hello, nice to meet you. Shout with DAI like we do it all the time. Did a show with Lady E in the bag, man, the next night. A moon party, so you know we had to take flight.
Come on.
So many years and it's still no cheers. If you're selling and I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the moving?
What?
It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing.
Oh, yeah.
Back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one,
All right, guys, I appreciate you guys in a major way. I'm going to get out of here. Normally, I go through all the names and give a recognition. I try to do a few. Silver Dave's XRP, X-Lloyd's in the house, Lordering in the house. We got Hustle Hard and Crypto. I know you hustling hard. Jose's in the house. We got Protein 40, Nina Blossom. Shouts out to your husband. We got Silver Dave's XRP. My brother, J-Mac, Main in the house. Protein 40. Who else got in here? X-Lloyd, good to see you, brother. Nina Blossom, Big Bro 10, Tiffany Serrano. Shouts out to Gabe. Who else we got up in here? My beautiful queen, my sexy baby, Jeanette's in the house. My sister-in-law, Erica Garcia, the Garcia family. What? Who else we got up in here? Good to see you, Big Bro 10. Beekeeper 69, there's my sexy girl right there. Who else we got up in here? DCA Crypto Dave, huh? You know he dollar cost averaging. Who else we got up in here? Ness Force, good to see you. World Be Free. I hope you guys caught our show yesterday. Dip a toe with Melissa. Janet Lopez, that's my mother-in-law. Greatest mother-in-law on planet Earth. EARF. Damn it, she gave me my wife. You better believe it. All right, who else lives over here? Let's see. We got Chicken 415 in the house. Chicken 415, good to see you, my brother. We got Miss C888 in the house. What's up, sis? Chicken 415, you got me thinking of chicken. I'm about to get some KFC. Let me stop. TR Gurley's in the house. Let's not forget our meeting. TR, if I don't call you by, we got 2 to 3, 3:30. If I don't call you by 4, brother, make sure you call me. We gotta talk, me, you, and John. Ivan Hernandez in the house. Huh? Did I get everybody? Big Bro 10, member from day one. Appreciate you, sis. Charts Can't Lie. Charts Can't Lie. Up in here. Cheers, Anthony the Man, the Myth, the Wanner. Up in here. Huh? Shouts out to Erica. Shouts out to Lash. Shouts out to Paul. All right, guys, we got to get out of here. We'll see you guys in just about 50 minutes. Greatest family on planet Earth. EARF. Till next time. Peace. Greatest family on planet Earth. EARF. Yeah.